week on 49ers Sac-Hi Sports, the baseball playoffs are here, and we have the highlights from the early round games. You'll see Livingston battle East Union, Ponderosa meets Del Campo, and Folsom takes on McClatchy.
Softball features the first place game in the Valley Oak League with Oakdale and Central Catholic. You'll see action from the section volleyball finals, plus the story of the Mountain House baseball player playing this season with a heavy heart. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Braunstein. We start tonight in Rockland, where the Whitney Wildcats enter the postseason as the second seed in Division II after winning a Sierra Foothill League title. Whitney beating Pleasant Grove its first round game on Tuesday in an extra inning thriller.
St. Mary's is the Wildcats' second round opponent and feature our South Player of the Year, Max Ortega. The Fullerton-bound catcher finishing the regular season batting .405. The Rams earning the 7th seed and looking for a win in the second round over Whitney on Thursday.
And this was for sure a good game to start off this show. Whitney and St. Mary's in the quarterfinals of D1. Let's get after it. The Rams' Caleb Velo starts this thing off with a bang, a runner on first. Caleb finds a hill in left field, a no-doubter. Rams on top, 2-0. And in the third, it's Max Ortega's turn to go yard. Hit high and deep to right center, and that ball is gone. An opposite field home run for the Fullerton-bound catcher. The Rams now lead it 4-0. Meanwhile, Michael Quaidens was lights out on the mound. He would not allow a hit in his 4 innings of work. We're just going to go right ahead to the bottom of the 7th. 3 straight walks, loads the bases for Whitney, and 4 in a row gives the Wildcats their first run of the day. Now a 3-run game with the tying run at first. 2 outs. Jace Gilmore gets the base hit the Wildcats were looking for. Jacob P. scores and everyone moves up a station. Tying run at second, they call him Sugar Shane Saunders, and Shane slaps one through the left side. Luke Euler scores a play at the plate. Dylan Castellanos scores. The Wildcats score 4 to tie this game up. But Whitney wanted to do more than just tie. They wanted to walk it off, and Jax Jimenez says, "I got you." The sophomore with a base hit to right, and the Wildcats win their second straight playoff game in walk-off fashion, scoring all 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Jax, how do you feel?
That was awesome. I thought my heart was going to beat out of my chest right there. I can't lie. I knew I was thinking in the dugout. I was like, if it gets to it, it's going to be 4-4. Second and third, Shane got the hit. They started it, and I just finished it. Team effort. That's 2 comebacks in a row. I mean, we were shut out until the 7th with 1 hit. We just got fire. We're young. We play hard. We're going to come back every single game. We're never out of it.
Tracy area sports coverage is presented by Tracy Toyota off Freeway 205 in Tracy, with you all the way.
Millennium of Tracy travels up to face Bradshaw Christian. I'm Mark Willis bringing you the action from this one. Millennium has a runner on third in the first with 2 outs, but have no fear. Daryl Johnson is here. He gets the whiff to end the inning. Bottom of 1, and the Pride was wasting no time putting in a crooked number on the scoreboard. Mukai Nicholson goes with the pitch and doubles down the line, and John Weiser scores all the way from first. It's 3-0 when Cole Spake hits the ball up and into the jet stream. Ball goes all the way to the wall. It bounces over for a ground rule double. Jackson Takahashi scores, and it's now 4-0 Pride. Then Ethan Rickards chops a slow roller to third. He's safe on the play. Spake scores from third, 5-0 Bradshaw Christian. Now it's bottom 2 for Bradshaw, but the D for Millennium steps in and turns a double play. Shaylin Ratzanen over to Vivek Churin and over to Xavier Moore, and the Falcons get out of the inning. In the third, the Falcons get Diego Ruiz on third for Anthony Boswell, who grounds out to Malachi Fuller at second for the out. Ruiz comes in to score from third. Pride leads at 7-1. 2 on for Bradshaw Christian in the bottom of the third now, and Landon Carter smacks the pitch, and it gets past everyone all the way to the wall for a double. Spake and Rickards come in to score, and it's now 9-1. Then with Fuller standing on second, Weiser lays into this one, a single to left. That plates Malachi, and it's now a 10-run game. One more time, Bradshaw Christian's Ethan Rickards shoots one past the first baseman, and it's going to clear the bases. Jackson Takahashi and Cole Spake come in to score, and that would do it. The Pride wins 15-1 in 5 innings and will now take on Ben Holt College Prep in a best-of-3 series.
Nick Pecoraro here. It's the last softball game of the year before the playoffs kick off this week. Vista Del Lago visiting Sheldon on Friday. First inning, Taylor Beal leads off with a single out to her future Arizona Wildcat teammate Dakota Kennedy in center field. Beal is at third now with one out. Morgan Sweet with a deep fly to center. Kennedy takes on the wall, comes away with the catch. Beal scores on the sac fly, and it's 1-0 Vista. Kennedy walks it off, and it always seems if you make a great play in the field, you always come up to make a play at the plate. Kennedy leads off the bottom of the first with a frickin' laser beam out to right. Her 10th homer of the year ties it up at 1. Top 3. Bases juiced for the Eagles against Jaylee Ojo. Morgan Sweet draws the walk to force in a run, and the Eagles lead 2-1. But a great play in the next at-bat. Charlize Kai flies out to right fielder Imani Black. The Sac State commit fires home. Vista runner Olivia Manchester thinks twice about it, and catcher Jaylee Marshall doubles her off at third. That keeps it a 1-run ball game. Bottom 3, bases loaded for Deanna Johnson. The Cal commit comes through. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Suddenly it's 3-2 Sheldon. Same inning, bases loaded again, this time for Marshall, who goes the other way to drive in 2 more. That makes it 5-2 Huskies. Bottom 4 now. A runner on for Reina Zermeño. The San Jose State commit breaks it open with her 4th triple of the year. Sheldon would tack on 2 more for an 8-2 win. The Huskies have the top seed in the Division I bracket beginning on Tuesday.
You know, we've been working for this a long time. You know, our sophomore season got cut off because of COVID, and there was no section championships last year. So, you know, we kind of want to put it all together this year and make it work.
Parker Ream on hand for the D1 SJS Boys Volleyball Championship. Wood Creek taking on Jesuit. First set, Wood Creek trying to get some momentum. Andrew Taylor, the set outside to Nico Nielsen, but John Downey there for the rejection. Not in this Natomas gym. 9-4 Marauders now. Rocky Brazier with the bump to Colin Marks, who sets up Vince Simone for the kill. He was on one Saturday night. Continuing on, the Marauder mastery, Lorenzo Crisol, number 1 to number 2. Marks on the side to set up number 3. Vince for the kill. 1-2-3. Jesuit is rolling. Set point for Jesuit now. Josh Turner the serve. Jackson Bush to Andrew on the outside. Nico with the spike, but Colin there for the rejection as the Marauders go up 1-0. Wood Creek battled in the second. Andrew the set onto Deshaun Bradley for the kill, but Jesuit responded when they needed to. Check out this diving dig by Marks. What a play. And then later in the point, Lorenzo to Vince to finish it off, and Jesuit takes the second set 25-21. But don't count out the 1 seed just yet. We fast forward to set point for the Timberwolves. Jackson the bump, Caden Shower the set, and Bush does his best to rain on the Marauders championship parade. Wood Creek takes the third set, but Saturday was all Marauders. Sutter Swope sends it over. Let's do this again. 1, 2, 7. Josh Turner gets the kill in the fourth set to go up 14-5. With Wood Creek pulling closer, 19-17 Jesuit leads. John gets a hand on it. Lorenzo the dig. Give me that combination one more time. Marks to Turner once more, and the Marauders are your D1 Sac Joaquin section champions, pulling off the upset behind 21 kills from Simone. I caught up with him after the win.
But due to COVID, we really haven't been able to come this far. So I think now that we're here with all the hard work, it feels really good to be here in this moment.
Time now for the Players of the Week. These players are chosen for their standout performances from games played last week. Our first Player of the Week is Tony Lira from Oakmont, the Vikings' starting pitcher, through 6 innings, allowing just 1 earned run. He also was 4 for 4 at the plate with 2 home runs.
Our second Player of the Week is Eric Diaz from Vanden. Eric was given the ball in the league title game last week and came up clutch. Eric threw a complete game shutout, striking out 11. The Vikings pulled into a first-place tie with Rodriguez and earned the top playoff spot. Eric Diaz and Tony Lira, this week's Players of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us important tips so athletes can perform at their very best.
Here's Dr. Stephen Weiss with this week's Stanford Health Tip.
There's been a dramatic increase in shoulder and elbow overuse injuries. Pitchers are at the greatest risk. In fact, pitchers have a 25 times greater risk of arm injury when their arm is tired or in pain. To prevent these injuries, you shouldn't throw more than 100 innings per year if throwing from 60 feet. You should take off 4 months per year, avoiding also playing catcher. Be sure to always stretch and warm up prior to pitching, know proper pitching mechanics, and follow all pitch count and rest guidelines.
Coming up, our first SunPower Electric game, it's Ponderosa and Del Campo in the second round of the D2 bracket.
Then it's the Division IV section final in volleyball between Ripon Christian and John Adams Academy. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports returns.
Hurry into Mattress Firm's best Memorial Day sale ever. Get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin and save up to $500 on Sealy. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchases. Or shop Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America, and save up to $500 on adjustable mattress sets. And get a $300 instant gift in stock for immediate delivery. And get 0% interest for 60 months. Only at Mattress Firm.
Welcome back to the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium. The Del Campo Cougars enter the postseason as Capital Athletic League champs. The Cougs winning their first round game and are now on to the quarterfinal round, sporting a 25-4 record on the year.
Del Campo faces Ponderosa on Thursday after the Bruins took home a big win on the road against Oakdale in the opening round. It's our first SunPower Electric game. Brian Mueller was there.
Electric game.
Robert and Aubrey, we have a matchup of two teams that last competed in the sectional finals way back in 2019. Del Campo was runner-up in D2, and Ponderosa, even though this was 3 years ago at this point, is still the reigning champions in Division 3, and that is the division that the Bruins and Cougars will be competing in the second round here in our SunPower Electric game. Ponderosa features one of the best power hitters in the area in junior Nick Zaccaro, whose 7 home runs are tied for 4th in the section. The Cougars have a double threat with junior Matt Moses, who leads the team with a .421 batting average and also has 6 wins with a sub-2 ERA on the mound. Let's get to our SunPower Electric game. Underdog Ponderosa coming off a 6-5 win over Oakdale in the first round, while Del Campo beat Florin 11-1. Moses on the mound, starting out strong, ends the first with an overpowering fastball. Then in the second, his defense backs him up. Hayden Hughes picks it at third and starts the 5-4-3 double play. It's still scoreless in the fourth, and Moses doing it all for the Cougars. He pounces on the bouncer. Thomas Martinez does a nice job to stay on the base, and the relay is in time for another Del Campo double play. Bottom half of the inning now, Cougars have a run on the board, and the bases are loaded. Mr. Moses at the plate this time, and he comes through. A base hit up the middle, 2 runs come in, and Del Campo has a 3-0 lead. But the Bruins bounce back in the 5th. Bases loaded for Alex Reel, and he drives this deep enough to left to score Mason Fenton, and the Bruins are on the board. Later in the inning, Ian Holt up with 2 on. He puts a charge into one left center. Off the wall, 2 runs come in, and we're all tied up at 3. The Cougars bounce back in the 6th. 2 on for Tyler Moore. He whacks it to right. It lands just fair over the wall for a ground rule double. The Cougars are up 4-3. Then Anthony Martinez adds a little insurance, rips it to left center, down and through to the wall. That plates 2 more. Del Campo would get 4 in the inning to take a 7-3 lead. Jordan Jacobson in to close it out for the Cougars, and he ends it with a K. The throw to first, making it official. Del Campo is on to the semis with a 7-3 win. The game-winning hit belongs to Tyler Moore, who says he wasn't even sure if he was going to be playing after feeling under the weather.
It's crazy to think that, I wasn't going to play today. And just, I told myself that, I'm going to do it for my team, and I'm going to end up getting the win for us, and it just worked out like that.
Reporting in Fair Oaks for our SunPower Electric game, Brian Mueller, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Volleyball championships are going down. Sam Berg here as the 1 seed Ripon Christian took on the 2 seed John Adams Academy. And the Knights were showing why they were the 1 seed early. Joel Van Groningen gets the kill, and there's no returning that bullet. And the Knights were looking to add some more, but get that mess out of here. Scott Seifus gets the block, and the Patriots were keeping the score close. But the Knights came here to play. The serve from Josiah Reif was just too good. It's an ace for the Knights as they take set 1. On to set 2, and the Patriots were looking to bounce back. Sawyer Baker leaps up, and bam, he gets the spike as John Adams would get out to an early lead. But the Knights had an answer. Preston Zedervart sets it up for Griffin De Abreu, and look out below! He gets the kill as the Knights even it up. But the Patriots defense would put a stop to that. The set comes too close, and JP Byers slams it down for the spike as the Patriots were looking strong. But the Knights held their mojo the whole game. The set to Van Groningen was perfect, and there's no stopping that kill. Ripon Christian would take set 2. Here we go to set 3, and the Patriots were looking to mount a comeback. Baker leaps up and gets the kill as the Pats were looking to build some momentum, and they were certainly doing that. Now it's Joe Rada who gets the kill as the Patriots were looking sharp here in set 3, but the Knights never took their foot off the gas. Van Groningen hits this perfect spike as the Knights have taken the lead right back, and they just needed one more point to win. The serve from De Abreu was just too hot to handle. The call is confirmed, and the Knights take home the victory and the trophy on Saturday. Congratulations to Rip and Christian. You are the CIF Section 4 volleyball champs.
Coming up, it's Forest Hill taking on Turlock Christian.
Then you'll meet this week's inspirational athlete. It's Chase Patrizio from Mountain House. But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin Section softball top 10 poll.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we're in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
Welcome back to the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium. Turlock Christian is the second seed in the Division 7 bracket. The Eagles are 18-4 on the year, and our South Pitcher of the Year, Gavin Farina, has not allowed an earned run all season. 45 innings of work. Isn't that crazy? 0 ERA.
That is super crazy. Forest Hill will be the Eagles' first-round opponent. The 7th-seeded Wildfires looking for a win over a surging Turlock Christian team on Wednesday.
Forest Hill taking the 2.5-hour drive to take on Turlock Christian in the first round of the D7 playoffs. Gavin Farina in the bottom of the first strikes out the side. Gavin was hot from the jump. And in the bottom half of the inning, runners on second and third for the Eagles. Matt Leonesio smacks a base hit down the right field line. Julian Espinoza scores. So does Rob York. The Eagles go on top 2-0. Top of the third, there hasn't even been a ball put in play yet. That is 7, 8, 9 strikeouts for Gavin, facing the minimum through 3. Julian Espinoza grabs an RBI in the bottom half. He turns on the pitch and it falls in shallow left. Julian's little brother, Jaden, scores. It's 3-0 Turlock Christian. Later in the inning, a soft liner to Damian Napoli. He chases down the runner, tags him out for the double play. Clutch play there by the freshman. Then the sophomore right-hander, Jack May, gets out of the inning with the backwards K, one of his 6 strikeouts. 5th inning now. TC also has a pretty young team. This is freshman Xavier Ruesga taking the low pitch and driving a base hit to left. That's more than a base hit. Xavier strolls into second with a stand-up double, and he would find his way home a couple batters later on Julian Espinoza's 3rd hit of the day. It's a single to center. It's 5-0 TC. Top of the 6th, 2 outs. Gavin has a no-hitter going. Runner on first for Cole Keon. A soft grounder to short. A tough play for the shortstop. The ball gets away. Keon is safe at first. That goes in the books as a base hit. The runner at third would score on a double steal, so it's 5-1 Turlock Christian. Farina would strike out, well, all of the remaining batters. 21 outs in a baseball game. Gavin had 20 strikeouts, a career high for the junior. The Eagles will face Vacaville Christian in the semifinal round on Monday.
Every week we bring you stories of athletes who inspire us.
Chase Patrizio began his senior season excited to finish his high school career playing in front of his parents. Now as his season comes to an end, Parker Ream shows us how his dedication to the diamond honors his #1 supporter.
The tradition within the Mountain House program is new.
2016, our first year of varsity, and we were 4-21 with a lot of freshmen starting, and I think we had 12 players on the team, so we've definitely come a long way.
But their success
back-to-back Western Athletic League champion Mountain House Mustangs
is undeniable.
we're not focused so much on like worrying like if we're winning or not. We're just playing our game and doing the best we can, and that's been successful. It's just us being consistent in our work and craft. So.
The Mustangs recently won their 4th Western Athletic Conference League title in the 8-year history of the program, in large part due to the 8 seniors on the team.
Out here we're a family, and we're right with them, the entire season. And obviously this time of year, we're wrapping things up, it's very emotional.
Chase Patrizio is a senior captain of the Mountain House baseball team. Coach Gatehouse saw the talent early, but needed Chase to recognize his own value.
I didn't warm up. And it's a dime every time.
We just had a couple conversations about how, hey man, I believe in you, so you should believe in you. Sometimes you just don't even know what you're capable of, and you just need a little bit of a push and a little bit of belief.
Having a little belief in not only baseball, but in life. Chase knows this all too well.
We've been through the motions, so I thought it was just another situation. It sucks. She's going to get better. In the back of my mind, I knew that however much time we had left with her wasn't that much, and I wanted to make the most of it.
In February of 2022, during the start of the baseball season, time ran out for the Patrizio family.
She was surrounded by her family, and she gave us a smile before she slipped away. She was happy we were with her, and that's all I could ask for.
Chase's mom, Sharon, died from a years-long battle with lupus at home in the middle of the night.
She was happy for me, always posting on Facebook, my boy has another game, starting school, senior year, almost there. And when that's taken from you, it's kind of just turns your life upside down,
A constant in his baseball career, no longer behind that fence. But Chase knew despite not having his biggest fan around, baseball would help him through the loss.
It felt so great to be out here after being in the house for 2 or 3 days, just, in a bad shape, and they supported me like a family should.
Obviously, him going through all that, my first reaction is, I want to be there for him.
The Mustangs rallied around Chase to give him support in his senior season.
Honestly, any of these guys would do anything for each other, and it's a very, very close bond and relationship. And that's one of the biggest things that kept me going.
Chase trusted in the sport he loves and his teammates to pick him up when he fell down.
And they're awesome, man. I'm so glad that they are the way they are, because it helped me get through. It's helping me get through these tough times.
But playing in Chase's senior season was about more than just himself.
He didn't even think about himself this whole time. It was more just he wanted to be out here so his dad would be out of the house and getting to do something that he enjoyed, which is watching Chase play.
Using baseball to heal as a family, Chase continues to lead the Mustangs to honor his mother.
All she wanted was for me to play with these guys as long as I could, play college, and that's exactly what I plan on doing, I just want to honor her in a way that whether or not she's watching, and I know she is, she'll be proud of me.
From the boy she grew up watching to the person he is now, he's well on his way to doing just that. Reporting in Mountain House, Parker Ream, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. Chase will be attending Butte College next fall and says he cannot wait to continue playing baseball and knows his mom is excited for him as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming up, the Mattress Firm Perfect Match, the VOL title coming down to the final game of the year with Central Catholic and Oakdale.
Then it's the first place game in the Capital Athletic League with McClatchy and River City. But first, here's this week's Spirit Corner featuring the Lincoln Dance Team.
At Tracy Toyota, we're not just devoted to selling cars. We're committed to our community. We're donating $100,000 to help local organizations in Tracy. We call it Champions Thinking Heroes, like the Tracy Family Resource Center, who serve the local community. To reach our goal, we'll donate $50 for every vehicle sold. Check out our great lineup of new Toyotas. Our certified used cars come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Tracy Toyota, with you all the way.
Hurry into Mattress Firm's best Memorial Day sale ever. Get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin and save up to $500 on Sealy. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchases, or shop Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America, and save up to $500 on adjustable mattress sets. And get a $300 instant gift in stock for immediate delivery. And get 0% interest for 60 months. Only at Mattress Firm.
49ers Sac-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Stanford Healthcare, #1 in Northern California for orthopedics. And by SunPower, proud sponsor of the San Francisco 49ers.
Back at the NBC Sports studio here at Levi's Stadium, the Oakdale softball team just one win away from earning the Valley Oak League title outright. The Mustangs are undefeated in league and have a dominant left-hander in Delaney Everett, the Mississippi State commit, with a .39 ERA on the mound and .451 average at the plate.
Delaney was obviously our player of the year for the South, and she will go up against our South pitcher of the year. That's Central Catholic's Randy Rowling. Randy is a Cal Berkeley commit and has a .58 ERA. The Raiders looking to pull into a first-place tie with Oakdale for the league title. Each week we scour the section for the perfect match on the field, just like Mattress Firm helps you find a mattress that is your perfect match. Central Catholic and Oakdale is this week's Mattress Firm Perfect Match.
What a matchup we have in our Mattress Firm Perfect Match. Parker Ream on hand to see two of the best players in the section facing off in the circle. Our player of the year, Delaney Everett, getting some help from her defense early. Kylie Valente corrals the grounder and fires onto Reagan Everett for the out. Then Delaney did what she normally does, started cooking with gas. She strikes out Jaslyn Rios, and 3 scoreless innings are already in the books. But it wouldn't be a pitcher's duel if the other pitcher wasn't dealing as well, and we knew our South Section pitcher of the year would be. Randy Rowling gets the strikeout then with Presley Barnes at the dish. She tallies another K, and Randy is trying to get the Raiders hyped up. Still scoreless in the bottom half of the fourth. Addison Machado at the plate, 3-2 count. You don't see many walks in game highlights, but that was a big one because Addison stole second, and Randy Rowling delivers up the middle for the base hit, the only hit that Delaney gave up all game long. The single brings in Addison, and Central Catholic strikes first. Every run is huge in this game, so later in the inning, Reagan Dickens gets hit. You may not have been able to see it, but it happened. 2-0 Raiders as they take the lead with the bases loaded. We head to the top of the 6th. Oakdale needing an answer. Cue Danny Romo at the dish. She shoots one just out of reach for 2 Central Catholic infielders, and Avery Brown comes in to score to make it a 1-run game. Let's set the scene. 2 outs, top 7, runner on third. Pressure-packed spot for Randy, but she's cool as a cucumber. Rowling gets her 17th strikeout of the day, and Central Catholic with a coin toss is your #1 seed in the Valley Oak League in the playoffs and co-champs with Oakdale. So, without further ado, your Valley Oak League champs, Central Catholic! All right, guys, we're going to start with the star of the show, like she has been all season, our South Section pitcher of the year. Randy, you had another great game, but coming into this game, you were going up against Delaney Everett, another really great pitcher. What was the preparation like for that?
Well, after last game, I knew what I did wrong. I went to my pitching coach and he told me, and I focused on this the entire game, and I focused on my breathing. And it was like the entire time I was just like, stay in it. She's as good as you. You're just at the same level, so you got to go strong.
You were the first to add to that scoreboard right over there. I mean, gave yourself some run support. What was that like getting that first run?
Well, I had 2 strikes at first, I believe, and they were both up, so I knew she was going to go up again, so I put my hands up higher and I just swung down, and I hit the same thing I did last time on her.
We head over to Addison. We interviewed your sister last time. You were the first one to step across home plate right over here. What was that like crossing home plate and knowing that this could be the deciding run?
It felt really good. I knew that we were going to go on with the rest of the game with all the momentum. We scored first. We got it to them first. It was just really relieving to know that we got that first insurance run.
Over to Nalani. For this group of seniors, you guys are now the #1 seed in the Valley Oak League, representing them. What does this mean for this group of girls and heading into playoffs?
It means everything. I have such a close bond with all of them, and it's really exciting, and I'm really happy to be going in with them with this team. Yes.
Well, they head into playoffs. I think they're pretty excited, but they're going to have to show us one more time.
Luca Lindo reporting from McClatchy High School on their senior night. The Lions face the River City Raiders, and the winner of the game goes to playoffs. Serena Abar gives McClatchy an early lead in the first inning with a 2-run homer to deep center. Isabella Pina responds with a home run of her own. This one was crushed over the left field fence, so crushed even I couldn't find where it was. River City still trail 1-2 at the end of the third. Rain Casa starts off the fourth inning with a laser that ends up over the left field fence for a home run. A strong fourth inning puts the Raiders ahead 6-3. McClatchy still hangs on. Claire Yanez gives this one a ride. It bounces up and over the fence for a ground rule double to put runners at second and third. Jasmine Montez hits a ground ball to first, but it does the job. Abar is able to dive in safely into home to score. But the runner on second for River City, Delana Garcia, ropes one down the third base line, which scores Lily Lopez to put River City up 10-4. Now with the runner on first, Jazz Ochoa hits a line drive into left field, which skips past the left fielder. Arya Patel now rounding third and into home to score, but an overthrown ball allows Ochoa to come all the way around and get the inside the park home run. The Raiders have turned this game into a home run derby. Annabelle Jimenez hits an opposite field home run to extend their lead to 10. Isabella Pina gets all of this one, absolutely smashing it into deep left field to record her second home run of the game and the team's 5th. River City will be moving on to section playoffs with a 16-4 win over McClatchy.
Coming up, the Division III Volleyball Championship game with top-seeded Lathrop taking on El Camino.
Then Pioneer and Dixon softball. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports will be back in a moment. Welcome back to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. We continue tonight with our coverage of boys volleyball finals held on Saturday at Natomas High School. The championship game in Division III features top-seeded Lathrop and second-seeded El Camino.
Christian Green has tallied up 300 kills this season for the undefeated Spartans. El Camino with a chance to hand Lathrop its first loss on the year while earning the D3 section title. The championship game played on Saturday.
Garrison reporting your Lathrop High School will be hosting El Camino High School for the Division III championship. First set, Jensen Vieira to Ryan Nash for the kill. Spartans lead 21-20. Then Tori Sumbler to Christopher Millian, who hammers it down. Then Sumbler to Jericho Santillion. Spartans take set 1, 25-21. Second set, Vieira to Josh Portrach, who slaps it over 2 defenders for the point. We're all tied up at 27. Next, Sanilia Bataratu sends it over, but Sumber digs it. Diego Sanchez returns it back to Bataratu to make sure this point is on the scoreboard. Sumbler to Armin John. Boom! We're all tied up at 29 all. Clutch time is calling. Who will answer? Sumbler to John again. Feels like an instant replay. Vieira to Bataratu. Like they say, defense wins championships. Spartans take set 2, 31-29, and a nail-biter set. Third set, Vieira to Bataratu again, but this time makes it too hot to handle, and we're all tied up at 25. I know, this game is thrilling. Nip and tuck they go. Then Sumbler with the fake set and sends it over for the point. Sumbler hits it, but Vieira soars over the net like an eagle to get the point. We're all tied up at 26 all. However, Sumbler to Christian Green, the captain, coming up clutch. Finally, Santillion keeps it alive with the diving dig. Sumbler sets it to Green for the dagger and the win. Spartans win set 3, 28-26, and take the match 3-0. Lathrop High School is the Division III champions.
This sends a message out to everyone that you could do anything if you just put your mind to it. We're a team that no one really knows, and we just did it. We just won, so that's crazy.
Out to Dixon in a nice gesture by the Rams to honor the 2 Pioneer seniors on Dixon's Senior Day, as the Rams also paid tribute to their 8 seniors. Bob in the first, and the Rams get right after it. Base is loaded for Ashley Garcia, who flies out to Taylor Day in center. Felicia Lipinski scores from third, 1-0. Make it 3-0 Dixon when Maddie West smacks a double to the wall. Alexandra Mendez and Brianna Humphreys come in to score. Lexi Coyle was dominant on the hill for the Rams early on. She took a no-hitter into the 4th inning and had 12 strikeouts in the game. Bottom 2 now, Audrey Graham on second. Felicia Lipinski is able to fight off the pitch and dump it into center field for a hit. Graham scores, and it's 4-0 Rams. To the 4th now, Graham back on the bases, Lipinski back at the plate, and this time Lipinski says, "Bye, Felicia." Whoa, wait, she's Felicia, so she can't say bye to herself, but she can say bye to the ball. 3 RBIs for Lipinski on the day. Ashley Garcia with a run-scoring hit here. This one brings in Mendez to touch home, and the Rams lead at 8-0. 2-1 for the Patriots in the 5th as Gia Beebe steps up and the freshman puts all of it into this one, and it's going to clear the bases. Paige Ryan and Brianna Parker score, and Pioneer has some life. Next batter is Taylor Day, and she goes wall ball with this pitch. Scoring from first is Beebe, and it's a 5-run game. Bottom of the 5th, and Dixon gets back in the scoring column. Have a day, Lexi Cole. The senior hits it high and deep and off the bottom of the fence. Graham scores yet another Rams run, and that would be more than enough for Dixon to win and take home the Golden Empire League title with a 12-3 victory.
Brian Mueller saying hello from Manteca Tuesday afternoon for a first-round D4 matchup between 7-seed East Union and 10-seed Livingston. Dylan Lee had a good day on the mound for his Lancers, ends the first with a backwards K. Nothing doing through 1 for the Wolves. But as for East Union, Jacob Tost got them on the board with a line drive to right with something under it, a solo blast, and the Lancers take a 1-0 lead in the first. Livingston shows some signs of life in the 3rd. Owen Winton goes with the pitch and grounds it through the left side. Alex Casillas comes in to score to tie it at 1, and Winton winds up at 2nd. Then Andy Aguilar will put the Wolves on top with a base hit up the middle. Winton comes on down, and Livingston is on top 2-1. But in the bottom half of the inning, the Lancers have loaded the bases. Noah Combs up, and he comes through with a hit to left. 2 runs come in, and then a 3rd on a throwing error. East Union on the high side now, 4-2. But the Lancers weren't done in the inning. Lee at the plate now, and he socks it to left. That's a fair ball down the left field line. Combs scores, and it's an RBI double for Lee to make it 5-2. And the hits just keep coming for the Lancers. John Perazzo singles to right. Hoodie Lee is in to score. 6-2 East Union. It's 9-2 now in the bottom of the 5th. Lee keeps mashing, goes to deep right field with this one. A nice belly flop at home, and it's a triple for Lee, 10-2. It's 11-2 later in the inning, and Mateo Guevara will send everyone home with this RBI single, and East Union ends it with a run rule, 12-2. Lee finishes with 2 RBI and a 3-hitter on the mound.
Each week we present the Scholar Athlete Award.
This week's Scholar Athlete Award goes to the young man we just saw win a section title for Lathrop, Christian Green. The Spartans heavy hitter isn't just winning on the court, he's winning in the classroom with a 4.0 GPA.
Coming up, our second SunPower Electric game, it's Folsom taking on McClatchy.
Then back to championship volleyball with Vista Del Lago and Ponderosa in Division II as 49ers Sac-Hi Sports rolls along.
Hurry into Mattress Firm's best Memorial Day sale ever. Get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin and save up to $500 on Sealy. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchases. Or shop Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America, and save up to $500 on adjustable mattress sets. And get a $300 instant gift in stock for immediate delivery. And get 0% interest for 60 months. Only at Mattress Firm.
We got next, we ready to flex, we're ready to rock, headed to the top. We got next, can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got.
Kennedy Schoenauer makes space with 4 defenders around her and fires from 31 yards out and hits it perfectly.
Can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got. We got next, number 1, numero uno, front page in the news. Yeah, now you know. For the win, blood, sweat, tears in the gym, harder than the rest.
McClatchy beating Davis on Tuesday to make it to the second round of the Division I playoffs. The Metro League champs trying to move on to the semis, but have to get past Folsom.
That's right, the 12th-seeded Bulldogs defeated 5th-seeded Turlock to make it to the quarterfinal round with McClatchy. The matchup is our second SunPower Electric game tonight. Our Mark Willis was there.
Electric game.
It's Folsom versus McClatchy round 2. The first time these two teams met, the Lions defeated the Bulldogs 6-2 in early March. The Bulldogs have been battle-tested in the SFL, winners of the last 3 or 4 games. Brandon Hudock gets the start for them. For McClatchy, they are winners of the last 4 games and have taken 12 of the last 13. We all know about Malcolm Moore by now. Our Sac-Hi Sports Player of the Year has been great this season, but so has Gabe Henderson, Julian Carmona, Alexander Hawkins, Mason Ogihara, and Anthony DeSantis, just to name a few who are batting over 400. Sean Lord takes the ball for the Lions. So without any further ado, I bring you the SunPower Electric game. Welcome to Club McClatchy. Enough said. They're loaded in the bottom of the second. Jalen Hodges lifts a fly to right. Jordan Dupree has it for Folsom, and be careful on his strong arm. It's a play at the plate. Anthony DeSantis is in there safely. 1-0 Lions. Runners on the corners now, 1 out. Top of the third for Folsom. Hits a ground ball. McClatchy tries to turn a double play. Gabe Henderson to Hodges over to Julian Carmona, and they get the double play. Folsom does not score. Bottom 3, DeSantis is up for the Lions, and he smacks a single to the left. Carmona trots in to score, and it's now a 2-0 ball game. Top of the fourth, it's Folsom time now. Jordan Dupree, and he's like, put the top down because money ain't a thing, like Jermaine Dupree. Jordan goes wall ball. That plays Jake Tremaine. Ain't nothing like a chicken wing, baby. Then the Bulldogs tie the game up at 2 on this solid single to left by Braden Kusick. That scores money ain't a thing Dupree from second. Load them up in the 5th for Folsom, and Jake Tremaine flicks his wrist, and the ball almost goes out off the top of the wall. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. The Lions get the 3rd runner out at home. It's 4-2 Bulldogs. Top of the 6th now, Folsom leads 6-2. McClatchy loads them up for Gabe Henderson. A fly ball to right. The call is that the ball's down for a hit, and everything goes cray-cray after that. 2 runs end up scoring, and it's a 6-4 ball game. Then Laura pops one in the right. 2 more runs come all the way in the score. Close play at home, but the Lions come all the way back to tie it up. Same inning. It's now Mason Ogihara's turn, and he shoots the ball down the line. That plates 2 more Lions, and they score 6 runs in the 6th and come from behind for a victory for McClatchy. They take the win 8-6.
It was a great comeback. Our captains, Malcolm and Gabe, kept us the whole team together, and we owe all of them. Our whole team stayed together, and it was great teamwork.
So now Franklin will take on McClatchy. For the SunPower Electric game, I'm Mark Willis, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Brian Mueller here to put a bow on sectional championship Saturday. 3-seed Ponderosa looking for their first ever sectional title, while top seed Vista Del Lago is going for their first in 10 years. The Eagles owning the air in the first set. Jesse Laschuk with the dig. Logan Rexford will give it right back to him for the kill. 10-9 Vista. Later in the set, the Eagles still up by 2, and once again, it's the Rexford to Laschuk combo. Hits it to the same spot and gets the same result, 19-16 Vista. But the Bruins would batten down the hatches late in the set. Zach Zimmerman digs the serve. Alex Zimmerman moves it along to Ryan Hart, and he whacks that for a point to tie it up at 20. Tied at 24 now. Chase Skinner handles the serve. Alex Zimmerman knows where to go with it. Gets it to the hitman Hart for another kill. Pondo would win the set on the next point, 26-24. To the second, it was all Ponderosa. It's Zimmerman, and Skinner teaming up, a future law firm, but for now, laying it down on the volleyball court, 8-3 Bruins. They're up big later in the set. The Zimmermans decide to give Hart another go at it, and that's usually a good move. Ponderosa takes the second set, 25-14. The Eagles trying to regroup in the third. Diego Rogers digs the serve. Rexford finds Laschuk, who laces it for another point. He had a game-high 17 kills, but Vista could not keep up with the Bruins and Hart. The Zimmermans find the big senior again for another kill, and Ponderosa wins it 3-0. Hart's 13 kills gives the Bruins their first ever sectional title.
It's amazing, you know, like first to be it, first of Ponderosa. It's amazing. Got to go home tomorrow. Everyone's going to be calling our name. It's great.
Remember, all of the game footage we shoot is available for purchase on our website. Go to 49ers Sac-Hi-Sports.com. We will send you the entire game digitally.
Follow us on social media for a lot of fun content and some exciting stuff, too. Our Instagram story is a great way to keep updated on scores, news, and so much more. 49ers.Sac-Hi is our handle on Instagram and Twitter.
Coming up, top-seeded Marysville taking on the Sierra Timberwolves.
Then it's Yuba City and Inderkum in a pitcher's duel for a playoff spot. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports will be right back.
The Sierra Timberwolves won their first-round game on Tuesday to make it to the Division IV quarterfinals. Junior Tyler Looney leading Sierra with a .370 average at the plate and will look to have a big game in round 2 as the Timberwolves travel north to take on Marysville.
Marysville split the Pioneer Valley League title with Center, but earned the #1 seed in D4 since the Indians took 2 out of 3 from the Cougars. So Marysville getting a bye before facing 8-seeded Sierra in the quarterfinal round on Thursday.
Parker Ream at Marysville High School, the quarterfinals of the D4 SJS playoffs. The 1 seed gave their ace Matthew Haggard the start. He dominated, strikes out Mitch Van Zwellenberg to end the first inning. Tyler Looney also turning in a good performance. He gets some help from his defense early. A slapper down the third base side, but Angel Valdez is there. He turns and fires onto Ivan Vieira across his body. What a play there. In the bottom of the second, Marysville generating some offense. Darius Jacobs at the dish, and he lines one to center for the base hit. The Indians searching for that first run, but Tyler wouldn't let that happen easy. He was dealing as he strikes out Jack Housley, and the score holds at 0 to the third. Marysville threatening again. Caden Ellison on to Angel, on to Troy Morrow at second, and Ivan for the double play at first to end the third. Each team staying steady, so we head to the 7th. Troy at the dish. He got called up as a sophomore to varsity for the playoffs. He drills it to right field, takes a nice hop, and that's a ground rule double. But just like he did all game, Matthew has an answer. He strikes out Valdez, and we're going to extras. Top 8 now. Mitch shoots the grounder to left, but Cole Tyler is there for the dive. What a play all the way onto Jack at first, and Mitch is out. Take a look again. You guys know what this is. So nice, you have to see it twice. Unbelievable play to hold Sierra at bay. So we head to the bottom half. Runner on third. Darius at the plate, and he delivers. The base hit to center, and Jackson Finley comes on in to stop the exclamation point. A walk-off winner for Marysville as they grind out a tough game against Sierra and move on to face Aristimba in the semifinals. I think Darius needs a shower after that one.
This is my first game back, and I think I sat 2 games, so
let's go, baby! Let's go!
But it felt pretty good, you know.
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Yuba City and Inderkum in a battle for the final playoff spot. Last time these teams met, it was a pitcher's duel, and this one is no different. Top of the second, it's the Tigers right fielder Corina Quintana making a shoestring grab in right. That was a nice play. But in the top of the third, no chance for this one to get caught. The Honkers grabbed their first hit of the game on the double from Annabelle Garcia. A few batters later, there are runners on the corners, but Sam Stoll gets out of the inning with the strikeout. We remain scoreless heading into the bottom of the 5th. Isabella Jimenez was crushing the ball all game long. That is a single. She would make her way into second base after a sac bunt. Then it's Michaela Garcia up to bat, and the sophomore comes up clutch, smacking a base hit down the left field line. Isabella scores on the play. The Tigers go on top 1-0. Alyssa Williams is the Honkers ace. She gets the strikeout to end the inning. A great outing for Alyssa. But in the bottom of the 6th, Inderkum with a runner on first. Michaela is back at the plate, causing a ruckus. That's a base hit. The runner tries to get 2 bases on the play. The ball gets away, but Williams backs up the throw, throws to catcher Lexi Dell, and they have the runner out at home. That preserves the 1-run game heading into the 7th. Yuba needs a run to keep this game going, but Sam Stahl only gives up 2 hits all game long, putting the Honkers away in order in the 7th. Inderkum wins the duel 1-0. Michaela Garcia talks about her hit that ultimately decided this game.
During my hit, when the ball hit my bat, it felt like a feather off my bat. It felt so good. And then, before even my hit, I was looking to the left side. I was like, that would be a good spot to hit. And then I just hit it there.
9th seeded Pioneer travels over to visit Roseville, the 8th seed. The Tigers go with their ace, Davis Centron, and he was great early on for Roseville. Bottom 1, Pioneer making some early mistakes out in the field, and Roseville capitalized on it. Centron stealing second with the runner on third. Ball goes in the outfield, and Rylan Druck trots in from third, 1-0 Tigers. Then Centron moves over to third, and head coach Greg Zanelli calls for the squeeze play. Ethan LeBleu puts down the bunt. Centron scores on the play. It's now 2-0. In the bottom of the second, Rosevelle's back at it. Max Miles lays into this offering and sends it deep into the Placer County sky. It's gone. 3-0 Tigers. That's Max's second homer of the year, and it could not have come at a better time. Still in the second, Tigers have the runners on the corners, and they look to steal second, but Timothy throws over and gets the runner in a rundown. When Landon Dollier gets the ball, he fires home. Ryan Pearson puts the tag on, and they get out of the inning. Fourth inning, and Centron was still dealing. Getting the strikeout here, the senior was bringing it, tallying up 12 whiffs in the game. Bottom four, Pioneers' Angel Lucero was making web gems. The first game I saw him play, he's also making them in the last. Laying out for this one, nice job. Fifth inning, Pioneer looking to build on the momentum, bases loaded, but they get out of it. Brady Ranello picks it clean on the short hop and tosses it over to Brendan Bass at third for the last out of the inning. Then Davis Centron goes the distance, getting another nice play by his shortstop, Ranello, who runs down the short fly to left, and that would do it. Centron throws a two-hitter, and Miles leaves the yard on a big fly. Roseville advances.
Yeah, going from Friday, using that momentum off of Wood Creek, winning that game, then coming out here, using it. I mean, even though we didn't hit that well, I mean, Max hit a bomb. So really that's what kept us in the game. I mean, using that momentum, we're just going to carry that into Thursday, hopefully, and get that dub.
Oh, hey, boys, you're going to need to work on your Gatorade Bath post-game celebration.
Coming up, we'll choose the play of the week. This could be the play of the week, maybe not.
But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin section top 10 baseball poll.
Time now for the play of the week.
That means Mark Willis is showing up, huh?
Mark Willis will be naming off our contenders.
Will he be loud?
Probably. I don't think he has any other volume.
Possibly a little obnoxious?
No, never.
No, never? Okay. Here's Mark Willis with the play of the week.
Now here we go. Karina Quintana making the shoestring catch for Intercom. Next, down to Turlock, where Forest Hills' Damian Napoli snags the liner and then tags the runner out for the double play. AJ Lacera has center field locked down for Pioneer, laying out for this one and taking a hit away. Sierra's Angel Valdez, the backhanded pick, and the throw just to get the runner out of first. Next is Dakota Kennedy making the catch in center field as she crashes into the wall. She's playing great for Sheldon. But the play of the week goes to this guy, Marysville's Cole Tyler, as he lays out and makes a great play, gets up, throws the first in time. We'll show it to you again. Parker Ream, you were all over that one. This play happened in the 8th inning, by the way. So, hey, Cole Tyler, you get the play of the week.
That's the play of the week, and that is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports for this week. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And Mark wasn't obnoxious at all.
Never. He's never obnoxious.
He was really good. Yeah. I'm Robert Bronstein. Join us next week for the can't-miss highlights of the section title games in baseball. We'll see you then.